welcome back to Void Art Studios, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Dart Zone Max Nitro Shot Vector Pro. Oh yeah! Sorry. I saw this blaster and immediately started thinking of Despicable Me memes, because... Vector! Yes, this thing is Vector. It's the reason behind my teaser last week, and it is a very, very interesting blaster. Let's get into it. What you're going to be getting with your purchase of the Vector is the blaster itself, a 12-round Talenoid magazine, 12 half-length Nitro Shot darts, a surprise tool that'll help us later, and the instructions. So let's start off. Up at the front, you have the muzzle. Vortex called. They want their muzzle back. Yeah, it's a rectangle. And people hate it because it's a rectangle. And people also hate it because it's a little bit ugly. But honestly, it's one of those things to where it's so ugly, it's almost charming. But yeah. Of course, going down below the muzzle here, you have a sling mount, which is neat. Dart Zone doesn't really do those very often, so it's nice to see when they do. Down here, we have the trigger and grip. The grip is very comfortable. I was expecting it to be a little more uncomfortable than this, considering how small it is, but it's actually a pretty comfortable grip and a pretty comfortable just to hold. The elephant in the room, this trigger is weird, but it's not uncomfortable. Of course, to operate the blaster, you pull the rev trigger to rev up the blaster, and then you pull the main trigger to fire. It is semi-automatic and snappy as hell. Oh, it's very satisfying to fire. It's that mechanical semi-auto, so it feels like a Strife or a Raven or a Maxim. It's essentially a bullpup Maxim, but yeah. Up at the top here, you have the top tactical rail, and on it is a front post. And this is the one time that I will actually kind of clown on them about the rail attached front post. There's no rear sights. There's no sights at all on this blaster. So this front post is effectively useless. I mean, it can kind of help you with targeting, but it's really more better if you're going to try to aim without an optic, without just putting an optic on it or another set of sights, to just kind of hold it near your head and aim by principle. But of course, there's a lever. When you hit the switch, you can pop the hood, which reveals the whole muzzle area. And, well, why is there an attachment mech right on the front of the flywheel cage? Well, that's where this comes in. Conveniently, hiding behind my Easy Shoot optic is a B-car. But wait, the Dart Zone B-car can only be attached to springers, right? This B-car is specifically designed to be compatible with the Vector. You just slide it in and find that right bit of twist to sock it in and snap it in. And then you close the hood and you've got a B-car mounted flywheel, or a flywheeler mounted B-car, sorry. Which, flywheeler mounted B-cars are kind of a thing in the hobby for a little bit. They're not overly common, but they're definitely a thing. And now, Dart Zone's just selling it mainstream at Target for $40. Yes, $40, the same price as the Maxim Pro. And honestly, I would argue it's better than the Maxim for that. And also for the fact that it hits a little harder. The Maxim hits in around the 150s range, but I was having this thing get up into high 160s, which is really, really neat. I'll talk about chrono results after the range demo. But, of course, let's continue going back. Up here we have another sling mount. Dart Zone. You're giving us sling mounts. This is unusual, but I love it. Thank you. Keep doing that. I want to see. I want every 2026 Dart Zone blaster. I want to see a sling mount on it. And of course, on this side here, you have this little piece that can slide back, and it is a more, well, it's not even really a jam door. It's kind of weird. It's kind of just like an access port for the sake of being an access port, because like the only thing you could really fit in this thing is like a small screwdriver. Even then, the crush of the flywheels is too tight for that. So maybe you're supposed to stick something small in there to clear jams? I don't know. It's a weird concept for an access door because honestly, whatever gets stuck in here can just be, you know, ramrodded back into an empty mag well, or, you know, it can be cleared from, you know, under the hood. But, yeah, weird access door for the purpose of having an access door. But you can still operate the blaster just fine with the access door open. So, yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. If they would have put it just a little farther back, then it would have been a real access door, because you can actually get into where the mag and the darts are, but I don't know. Of course, back here near the back, you have the magazine well. This blaster takes Talon mags and Talon mags only. This is the first Dart Zone, like, standard mag-fed blaster to not be compatible with katanas. Actually, wait, hold on. Is this compatible with X-Shot? No, it's not. Yeah. Oh, there, that time it locked, but yeah, this thing is not compatible with any katanoid mag whatsoever. Be it an actual katana or the X-Shot crossbreed mags. This thing is compatible with just Talons. The sign says Talons only. Respect it. Of course, back behind it is the mag release. You strike that and the mag will quite easily fall out. You might want to grip the mag before you do it. But, yeah. Oh, of course, before we get to the very back end of it, on this side only, up here at the front, is the battery tray. To open this, you just need a Phillips head screwdriver, and you can unscrew it as one does. And underneath, it reveals a battery chamber for 8 AA batteries. This thing takes 8 AA's, like the Maxim, and the Mark III, and the Boxer. But, of course, the battery tray is connected to an XT30, which I'm going to actually open it up and show you how that connection works, because it's actually really, really nifty. Here's the battery tray, and of course I've got the best batteries money can buy, Amazon Basics, and get that out of there, and yeah, it's just there. No screw in the battery tray, no nothing. It's just straight up. Take out that first screw and woo ha! Hello, XT30. So yeah, you can put in any 2S or 3S LiPo or lithium-ion battery. Where's my Where's the thing? Where is the thing? I was going to test it with my oh no, there it is. Haha! And it will fit the Dart Zone Omnia Pros battery pack. It will fit the Dart Zone Venom Pros battery pack. And it will fit any other Lion or LiPo that takes a, or 2S or 3S Lion or LiPo that takes an XT30 connector. I say 2S or 3S because it's rated for the AA's, but I'm sure it can take a 3S LiPo, which when it's at its max charge is not much more. Its storage charge is 11.1 volts and 8 AA's is 12 volts. So just be wary. Don't burn out your Vector just trying to do that, but it is pretty cool that it's like almost purpose built to take rechargeable batteries. But of course, another really cool thing, back here you have a butt plate. And it's a bit short. You got to kind of squish up against it or use it as a pistol, much like the X-Shot Fury. But underneath is an end strike stock attachment point. Because Dart Zone can just do that, I guess. And of course, it will fit your Nerf end strike stocks. And it will also fit your Dart Zone end strike compatible stocks. So you can get an actual stock on this thing. Now, it'll look weird with anything you put on it, but function over fashion is what they say. So, yeah. That is pretty cool. And, yeah. That's really all I have to say about the Vector Pro overview-wise. Let's go out to the range and plink. Alright, we are out on the range with the Vector Pro, and I'm going to get some firing footage before it starts raining. First up, we've got Dart Zone Nitro Shot darts, the ones it comes with. And I'm going to be using the B-car for this demonstration. Because why wouldn't you use the B-car? Alright. Getting vectored! Like arrows, most of those were. Next up, we've got, nope, not these, these. Next up, we've got X-Shot Pro darts. Firing into a headwind. Alright, next up, I found some off-brand half-length darts on Amazon. They're by Leafifun? Lifefun? I don't know, it's like they tried to combine the phrase life is fun into one word, and it just didn't work. It's some off-brand darts by a Chinese company, but they're pretty good. The foam is pretty consistent. The heads are not much firmer than worker darts. And they are the same length as worker darts too. They're 36 millimeter rather than most dart zone darts, which are 38 millimeter. So they will feed really well out of Nightingale mags. But let's try them out in the Vector. Alright. That'll be it for the firing demo. Let's go back inside and let's talk about it. What do you take me for, an animal? You know I wouldn't deny my fans a mag dump. Mag dump, Vector Pro. Alright, we are back inside with the Vector Pro, and, well, the firing demo was pretty eventful. It's pew, pew, pew. Very, very accurate with this lovely, lovely bee car under the hood. I keep calling this a hood like it's a car, but it opens up like a rear-facing hood, like on a British car. And I mean, it's for the bee car. Oh, I'm so funny. No, I'm horrible at making jokes. Anyways, let's discuss the thingy. So, of course, chronograph results. I put this thing up through my chronograph. Where's my chronograph? Where's the guy? Where's the Google? Where's the thingy? Where's the whatever? Oh, there it is. My chronograph. I put it over through my chronograph and achieved an average velocity of 160 feet per second. This thing is a little spicy. And actually, it's a little spicy for my group indoor meets, of course. Because when we do indoor stuff, our flywheelers are capped at 150. So I would have to throw one of the 2S rechargeable packs in there and use that. But other than that, I am very, very impressed with the Vector Pro. This thing is a really solid blaster. It's very compact, it's very small, and a lot of people don't like that, and I couldn't be buggered to know what. Well, the thing is, people are like, it's too small. It's a primary, but it's very, very compact. And so there have already been people who have made, front-end kits for it to give it a really long barrel shroud and a foregrip and all that. And it's like, it's a bullpup flywheeler. Like, flywheelers aren't supposed to be big. It's the whole reason why the Boxer is so small. Like, the Maxim is also really small. I don't have my Maxim right near me, but the Maxim is also small. It's not meant to be big. It's a flywheeler. Like, it doesn't need, it doesn't need like a 15-inch barrel and a big long pump action grip like something like the Harrier does. All it needs is a grip, a magazine, a rev trigger, a firing trigger, and flywheels. And that's why you can get away with like so compact designs like the Lepus and the Woozy, is because they're just, it's a set of flywheels on a stick, essentially. But I like it. I like the size. I mean, if I happen upon another Vector, I might get a kit for it to make it big, or I just keep it small and dual wield. you can definitely do that. But of course, aside from that, what are my opinions on it? I think it's pretty solid. I think it's just as good, if not maybe even a better pick than the Maxim. Just because, again, it's more compact, and it has a flywheel integrated B-car. You know how I always say, flywheelers are a little less accurate than springers, so we can't really judge them too much on that. This fixes that. This thing is just about as accurate as my Volcanic. And it maybe hits about 10 FPS lower on average. Like, it's not even that bad. And that FPS rating I gave you of 160, that's with the B-car. I didn't bother to test it without, because I don't think B-cars affect performance as much on flywheelers as they do on springers. I could be wrong. Let me know if I am wrong. But, yeah. The average is what I got. Other than that, I feel like it's a solid little package. I'm not a big fan of the fact that it, only comes with enough darts to fill the mag once, but whatever. I mean, this thing, worthless. Like, I know I kind of defended the rail-attached front post with, the Volcanic review, but that's because the Volcanic has built-in rear sights to match with the front post. So that way you can actually get a sight picture. The X-Shot Long Shot has rail-attached sights, but it has a full set of rail-attached sights. So you can get a good sight picture. This thing only had the post, the front post. There is no rail-attached rear sight for the Vector Pro. There is no built-in rear sight for the Vector Pro. So you're better off just taking and slapping some other random attachment on it, like the Ragefire scope. So that way you can at least have some sort of a reticle, which the Ragefire scope looks so goofy on it. And yes, this is the scope that comes with the Ragefire. I finally found it. That you'll only know about if you watched my last video, the Insanity group review. But yeah, I really like this. I am pleased to the punch. It's another pretty good offering from Dart Zone. I haven't had or heard of very many, glaring inconsistencies with it. It's very nice, very snappy, very responsive. It's a mechanical semi-auto blaster. It's a Raven. It's a Striphoid. And it'll cost you about $40 at Target, which is not a bad price. Again, it's the same as the Maxim is at Walmart. And they are kind of on-shelf competitors, a red versus blue type situation, or green versus orange, if you're talking the colors of the blaster. But, yeah. I'm overall pleased with it, and I totally recommend this blaster. If you are going to purchase one, I will leave a buy link in the description below. And, please, if you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining or educational at all, please do leave a like and subscribe. I don't know, what are they calling it, the new thing? The hype points or something? Isn't YouTube starting to enable, like, hype points? I don't know. But leave a like, comment, all the funny algorithm stuff that you would normally do on videos you enjoy. And comment your favorite Dart Zone flywheeler. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!